The day the rain remembered her name, they said the rain started that morning for no reason. By 6 a.m., the sky over the small street in Ibadan was already heavy, gray like a tired heart. Neighbors rushed indoors, shop owners pulled down zinc roofs, and children complained about school. But Aderonsola stood outside, barefoot on the cold cement, holding a small brown envelope to her chest, as if it could stop her from shaking. Inside the envelope was a letter she had written 10 years ago. Back then she was 17. That was the year her mother died quietly in a government hospital. The year her father stopped talking and started drinking. The year Aderonsola learned how loud silence could be. She was the first child, the hope of the family, the one everyone expected to rise above poverty. But grief doesn't ask for permission before it changes a life. She fell in love with a boy who promised to stay. When the pregnancy came, he disappeared like smoke. Her father called her a disgrace. Her aunties whispered. Church members stopped sitting near her. At night, she pressed her pillow against her mouth so her crying wouldn't wake the neighbors. The day she lost the baby alone, bleeding, terrified something inside her broke and never fully healed. That night, she wrote the letter. She wrote about how ashamed she felt, how she wished she could disappear, how she was afraid she would never be loved again, how she promised herself that if she survived, she would one day forgive herself. She sealed the letter, wrote "Open when you think your life is over" on it, and hid it inside an old Bible her mother once owned. Life did not become easier after that. She struggled. She failed exams. She worked menial jobs. She was mocked, used, abandoned. More than once, she stood on the edge of giving up on bridges, in dark rooms, with tears soaking her pillow. But somehow, stubbornly, she kept waking up. Years passed. She went back to school slowly. She learned a skill. She moved houses. The pain never left, but it softened, like a scar that still aches when it rains. Then one evening, while cleaning her room, she found the old Bible. The letter slipped out and landed at her feet. She didn't open it immediately. She waited until today. Now, standing in the rain, she finally unfolded the paper. The ink had faded, but the words were still there, written by a girl who thought she would not survive. Halfway through reading, her knees gave way. She knelt on the wet ground and cried not the sharp, desperate crying of before, but the deep, shaking kind that comes from release, the kind that washes years out of your chest. If you are reading this, the letter ended, it means you stayed. Please don't hate me forever. I was just a child trying to survive pain I didn't understand. Aderonsola pressed the paper to her face. For the first time in 10 years, she whispered, I forgive you. The rain slowed as if listening. To be continued.